Well, hello and greetings to all. I'm so thrilled, delighted, and excited to introduce a very special guest today. Someone who truly represents what passion, discipline, and commitment in chess look like. Joining me today is none other than Bhavik Chikkala, one of the most hardworking and focused young players I've had the privilege to coach. Bhavik doesn't just study the game, he lives it. And he has consistently participated in many local chess tournaments here in Los Angeles. And it's no surprise that he walks away with top prizes again and again. His chess accomplishments don't just stop there, but just a few days ago, Bhavik added a huge milestone in his growing list of accomplishments by winning the second prize. Check this out, in the National Open 2025 Chess Championship in Las Vegas. That was one of the most prestigious open chess tournaments in the country and competing against a very strong national field, which also invited players from countries such as India, Sri Lanka, Europe, and Canada. He won 5 games out of 7, and he drew the remaining 2 games, thereby remaining undefeated in the tournament. What makes Bhavik stand out isn't just his growing trophy collection, which you can already see behind him, but his tireless work ethic, sportsmanship, and love for continuous improvement. He's not only mastering tactics and strategies, but also learning how to think like a true competitor. Well, today in this interview, we will get a glimpse into his journey, what drives him towards excellence, and maybe even a few tips for other aspiring chess players out there. So, a warm welcome, Bhavik. I am so pleased and delighted to have this interview with you. I know it was long overdue. I've been wanting to take this interview for the longest time, but today is the day, and I want to welcome you very warmly and tell me, how are you doing, first of all?
I'm feeling great.
Good, very good. Welcome. So, let me ask you a few questions. First of all, I want to ask you, how was your overall experience playing the National Open 2025 Championship in Las Vegas?
I had a really good experience. This
Mhm.
was the biggest tournament I've ever played in, and there were many people from different countries around the world.
Wow, yes, right. Players from India, Sri Lanka, also Europe and Canada. That must be quite an experience, right? Because I know, as far as I know, you have played most of your chess tournaments with players, in LA and surrounding areas. And one time I remember you playing a state championship. But wow, this was quite an experience for you. Wow. Must be nerve-wracking, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Were you like scared when you saw a huge tournament hall and things like
I,
that? Were you a little
I wasn't
nervous?
really scared, as this
Uh-huh.
was the second time I've been playing in this tournament. In the first time, I was more scared.
I see, I see. Okay. Wow, wonderful. Uh, Let me ask you, so how was this National Open 2025 championship that you played in Vegas? How was it different from, chess tournaments that you normally play in LA? How different was it?
There is a lot more players. In the National Open, there was over 1,000 players, and there's many more sections. In normal tournaments in LA, there's maybe 4 or 5 sections, but in these tournaments, there's around almost close to 10 sections. It's a much bigger tournament, and there's a lot higher rated players.
Wow, so many sections and so many high-rated players. I think you ran into a few grandmasters also. You didn't play with them, but at least you got to see some grandmasters too, right?
Yeah, I did.
Wow, wow, big names out there, and I saw some pictures. In fact, I'm about to show you our viewers a couple of pictures. It was a really huge tournament playing hall, right? So wow, quite an experience, Bhavik. Um, so, Bhavik, you win so many chess tournaments, every time you participate in LA tournament, you clinched the top prizes for second, third, and in fact, I remember one of your LA tournaments recently, you won the first prize. So you win so many chess tournaments. So how do you prepare for tournaments and how do you sort of, consistently improve your, playing style and improve your strength? How do you do that? Like, what is your methodology? Yeah.
I solve many tactics on chess.com
Uh-huh.
and I play many games on chess.com. I remember to review every game that I play
Mhm.
and I study a lot of opening theory.
Wow, wow. That is quite some preparation, right? I tell my students all the time, yes, you learn in my academy and which is good, but the theory I teach you, you have to go back and play lots of games with players out there and especially solve tactics, as many tactics as you can. And I think you do just that. And even in the class, it's so much fun to have you and interact with you. And if I tell you like one or two variations, you are always ready to bring more variations and more creativity. So that is something, that is really, I really admire in you, how you go back and you study your own games also, right? You said that you analyze your own games using computer analysis where you may have probably, made inaccuracies and where you could have gotten better. So very lovely approach, Bhavik. I truly appreciate that. Now, any upcoming chess tournaments that you're planning to participate in the near future?
Yes, I will be participating in the Southern California Open in Vegas and I will be participating next year in the Dreaming King Open, next year's Super States, and next year's National Open.
Oh, wow. Quite a few in the pipeline, huh? Wow, that is amazing. So Southern California also in Las Vegas, and then in next year the national tournament again. Wow. Quite some tournaments. And last but not the least, I have so many students in my academy. So what advice would you like to give to my other students in our Deep Mind Chess Academy who might be preparing for chess tournaments or, who are fairly new to chess tournaments or sometimes very, very new students who have never participated in chess tournaments. So what kind of advice, because you are so experienced with so many tournaments, what advice would you give to our other DMCA students?
I suggest that you try your best both in and outside of class and
Uh-huh.
practice a lot of games, tactics, and study a lot of opening theory. And
Right.
most importantly, overall, enjoy the game.
I see. Very good. Very good. And I think I still have one more question. Besides chess being, a strategic game, it's a tactical game, it's a logical game where we have to calculate so much and so on and so forth. Besides all that, chess is also a psychological game, right? It can test your nerves and, it can really test your sort of mentality and so on and so forth. So, what do you do before chess tournaments to prepare yourself mentally? Do you to sort of get into that zone? Anything that you do, to prepare yourself mentally and psychologically, Bhavik?
Yes, I try to keep myself in a positive attitude and remain calm and make sure that I never get distracted both before and after the game.
Wow, wow, what an amazing approach you have, Bhavik. Because, when you enter into the tournament, first of all, it's nerve-wracking to see so many chess players out there, many, many strong players. And sometimes it so happens that, if you have a loss in round one, right, it could be really discouraging, right? That could be like a deal breaker and you're already discouraged and you're like, oh my goodness, I already lost first round. How am I going to overcome? So it is always a good idea to stay calm, as you rightly stated, just stay focused. One bad game is not, something that's going to define the rest of the tournament. You can always overcome, right? So I think staying mentally strong and calm is something, other players need to sort of take notice and followed your approach, right, Bhavik? Yeah,
Yes.
very good, very good. So, any other closing thoughts you want to share? I just want to say this to you. It's such a real pleasure speaking with you today, Bhavik, and your journey in chess is already so inspiring. I am just so thrilled and excited to have you in my academy. And I have no doubt, Bhavik, that this is just sort of a beginning of your chess career, and you're going to, achieve so many more milestones in the coming days. And truly, you're so dedicated and you're so humble. That is something I truly admire about you. And you have this hunger to grow. And that's something that sets you apart, not just as a player, but also as a human being. And I truly appreciate you in my academy, and you're such an amazing student and a very, very humble person. In spite of winning so many trophies, you are very humble and you're always willing to learn and go that extra mile. Let me just share very quickly a few pictures I was about to share, but I couldn't. But here we are. Here's your Vegas National Tournament Hall, right?
Yes, this was a
And
big call.
yes, yes, huge. And look at that, so many chess players, right? And also, this is Los Angeles, one of the tournaments where you won the first prize, remember?
Yes, this was the first place I've
Right.
ever
There,
gotten.
yep, there we go. That's your trophy. And also, this is going back to the nationals. And I have a very special picture for you. I am sure you're going to remember where you have seen that.
Oh yes, I do remember.
So this was, I think, in 2021, I believe. I had my chess meet and greet in a local park here, and I remember Bhavik. You had another commitment on this day, and you had to go somewhere, and but you made it a point, right? You told your dad, Dad, even if I can just stop by very quickly in the chess meet and greet, and you made it a point to visit. And not only that, look at your t-shirt. I loved it. Always, always three steps ahead, right? So that shows your love and commitment for the game. Even though you had other commitments, you wanted to make sure that you come and visit me, and really, truly inspiring. So, well, Bhavik, with that said, this concludes our interview, and I really want to wish you all the best. Our Deep Mind Chess Academy and I want to wish you the very best in your chess journey, Bhavik. Keep pushing, keep learning, and never lose that spark. Okay, and I'm so excited to see where your talent and hard work they take you next. Okay, so wishing you all the best, Bhavik. Thank you so much for your time and sharing in wonderful insights for our other students. And I truly want to wish you all the best. And thank you for being my student.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you, Bhavik.